Ziron and Gordon, even Olegi pulling in some very respectable times. The top four of the top five racers are in this race. 4 of the top 5. That's insane. This is going to be a very, very closely contested race.
We saw it the first time it was played through. It was already a tight race, but here they come. Look at that precision and skill as they all fire themselves down the chute towards the slalom. Unfortunately, that one was not a particularly great success of skill, hitting the first ring. But you'll see they'll break, throw it straight across to the side, slot through that second ring, through the third ring, up to the fourth, and they're through. It is absolute precision needed on that track, and any failure is punished very harshly.
Looking at the leaderboards right now, it looks like it's pretty close, though. Are the favorite to win has been died a couple times. He's actually falling last place. He's suffering from the commentator curse, it looks like.
100%.
He should not stop talking.
Ziron in first. Solid effort from Ziron. Cat 740 fighting for first place, though. Gordon F just tucked in just behind them. We will see what happens there. But either way, lots of shenanigans are afoot. The game, as I say, is afoot as these players throw themselves around. This the longest and most challenging, both mentally and on the ship, around this track.
If finishing this race with a less than whole ship is going to be hard on you, God forbid you hit a thruster and knock it out. So it's definitely a test of skill not to run into things, let alone just getting into first place. And though these pilots who are getting into the first place are using every single shortcut they can find, which means going through buildings and tiny little alleys in some cases around them, that makes up a difference in the time, but it can also ruin your ship.
Absolutely. There's some shortcuts on this particular track that don't even involve going between two buildings. They involve going through a single building. It is that tight to get through. But some of these players are 100% throwing it down that every lap, 3 in a row, taking that risk to shave off that couple of milliseconds that they need.
Yeah, it looks like Cats and Ziron.
145. Ziron, however, with a 143. Gordon F and VG Vert pretty close together. As they are duking it out on the leaderboards with 150s.
This is absolutely what we expected to see with this match. Top 4 are battling it out for first, second, and third and fourth, swapping just seconds apart from each other. VG now in third place, but Gordon still could pull it out here at the end. This is
you can feel the afterburner through the cockpit. It is properly close racing at the moment.
Yeah, you could probably see the sweat beating off of the other pilot's face from this distance in terms of how close these pilots are from each other. Any small mistake will make a huge difference.
If it didn't add drag, you'd put marshmallows on the outside of the thing so you could make some s'mores after the race.
Yes.
But tell you what, there's some pretty fantastic racing here. You can see them throwing them around. They're decoupling before turns. They're getting their ship turned as quickly as possible. And some of them, I think there may even be 1 or 2 players who are running entirely decoupled.
Possibly. I mean, we're looking at some very furious flying here, coming into the second lap, going into the third. It is exciting to watch here for sure. These guys are putting it all. This is for some of these guys. This may be the decider between going to the championship or not going to championship. And like I said, these are the.
Oh wow, VGVert's claimed third place, back into the top 3.
At a 132 lap, holy, he is just burning it up right now. He's doing his best to make up the difference.
It's a little bit worried about the health of those afterburners at this point. Those are some very well-used tools of the trade to try to catch up. But again, top of the leaderboards for a reason.
Oh, Ziron has taken the lead. VG in second. VG claiming the first. Man.
Amazing recovery from being in last place by ring 2. Is now suddenly back into first place after a unfortunate interaction with the ring at the start-finish line. Oh, that's some darn fine racing right there.
Fantastic racing here, coming to the last lap.
Looks like VG Cats has caught the unfortunately solid shape of a building, but is recovering. Hasn't appeared to have lost.
VG has taken it with Xeron being second, Cats being third, seconds apart from each other.
That is some seriously tight racing. That is very, very close.